Hi guys, today is my first video in the Crafty Maven Getaway YouTube channel, and this is our inspiration piece from Pinterest, and we're using this all throughout the week to make our layouts. And here's a picture of the layout that I'm doing, and it's a project lifestyle. Today is Tuesday, and the theme is in your pocket, so it's all about pocket scrapbooking. And this time I am doing my week 15 of my project life, and I'm using a lot of mixed media, and I've been doing this a lot. I had a collaboration video series going on my YouTube channel a while, and I just kind of continued with that because I've been having a lot of fun with the mixed media. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking some light modeling paste and just adding in my Heidi Swap Color Shine in, I believe, mustard, and I showed you the bottle at the very beginning. So I'm just taking that stencil that has the stars on it and then using that on about 3 cards to make them just a little bit more exciting. And I love the fact that this is kind of a rainbow theme this week, and it was a lot of fun to use. And I had some cards that came in a My Mind's Eye like kids pack, and I'm using a lot of it from there, and then also a couple other cards that are just in my Project Life stash of cards. Not too long ago, I took a lot of my scraps, or all of my scraps, that I've been keeping for a long time, and I cut them all up into either 4x6 or 3x4 or other square size cards. That way I can use them on Project Life because I was not using them as scraps, so I thought that was a perfect way to use up my scraps instead of throwing them out. So I could just cut them all down. I've actually been using a lot of them on my Project Life, so that's been really good, and I'm glad I actually did that. So I'm just showing you some close-ups of that modeling paste that I put on. And then here I'm going to start decorating the cards. And this week's layout has a lot of washi tape and enamel dots in it. So I'm using a lot of the enamel dots that I made from my stash, or made from my perler beads. And so I just add the glue dots to adhere them to the page. But I had a lot of rainbow colors, so it was a perfect opportunity to use those enamel dots. So that doily was just a doily that I had left over in my stash. I may have got it from Michael's. I've had it for some time, and I'm using about 3 different colors of washi tape. So I'm using that cloud tape, the film strip, and a rainbow colored tape, and then I'm also being using some glitter tape later on in the layout. So the thickers I'm using are the RSVP confetti, and they're a white font with little black dots all over them, and I thought that would be perfect for this layout because it's a lot of color going on, so I thought they would stand out a little bit better being that white color. So I'm going to stick these down, and then once I have them positioned where I'd like them, I'm going to use my fine liner glue bottle with my Scotch Quick Dry in it to glue everything down, and then that way I can make sure that those chipboard letters and numbers stick really well. So next I'm going to be adding some enamel dots, and I'm just going to be picking a couple different out. I created these enamel dots, like I said earlier, with perler beads, and I made some that were the full size, and then I made some half size ones. So the full size ones are the ones I have in my hand right now, and the half size ones are going to be coming up in a second. They're in a baggie. And I had trouble picking out the colors I want, so this process takes me just a little bit of time to figure out what enamel dot colors I want the best. So there's the jar of the large ones, and then here is the smaller ones in that little baggie. And they're not a whole lot different, but they are half sizes. I took the perler beads and cut them in half before I melted them to get the smaller size. I kind of wish I had 3 sizes, but the to make a bigger size, you can use like the pony beads, but then you get like a really big dot, and I don't really want that. So I don't really have a huge variety in the shape, so I just have the 2 sizes, but they work for me. And sometimes I will incorporate these with my other regular enamel dots, and that works out well too. So there I just put glue dots on the back of all of them and stuck them down. I found that is the best adhesive to keep them on without having them pop off. And here's a close-up. And I'm just going to glue down that doily just a little bit more because it was kind of popping up a little bit. And that's the title card. So the next card here is going to be a picture of the sky. If you follow me on my own YouTube channel, you know that I take lots and lots of pictures of the sky, and they show up in my project life quite often. I absolutely love the sky, so anytime I see a cool sky, I'm pretty much taking a picture of it. So here I'm just using a little banner that says a perfect day. I think that came in a Simple Stories summer collection, maybe from last year. I can't remember the name of the collection. It was just in my scraps, but I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. and I just staple that on with my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, and then I'm adding that washi tape over there on the right hand side card, and that's just going to go over a little bit and cover up a little bit of the modeling paste that I put on. And now I'm just going through my stash, and I'm going to end up finding a little vellum heart that I'm going to staple down, and I'm going to use my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher again and just put like a little X. I thought it was a cute embellishment. I actually saw Adele on Inky Quill doing that with the little X's, and I thought, oh, that's brilliant. It's even more of a little embellishment. So here I'm just adding some black lines so that I can put my journaling on, and it's going to speed past so you don't have to watch me write every single little piece of journaling. And I'm just basically talking about how much I like the sky and the clouds, and I take pictures of them every time I can. And here I'm going to add some more of those enamel dots. And like I said earlier, this layout is the layout of enamel dots and washi tape. And I probably use washi tape mostly on my project life, and that's pretty much how I'm going to be able to get use of my washi tape. I do use it on layout sometimes, but I just don't seem to be gravitating to it as much on my regular traditional scrapbook pages. So there's a close-up of the sky picture and then of that journaling card with the little heart and the X. And I just add that one enamel dot. So moving on to the next cards. This one is a picture of me with my socks, and I was wearing these dress socks that day, and they just kept slipping down. So the one sock on the right, and it's kind of a glare, sorry about that, you probably will see something a little bit better in a couple minutes, but the one sock on my right foot would stay up, and the one on the left would just kept falling down, and it was driving me bonkers. So I figured, oh, this is the perfect thing. What a typical day by day, everyday kind of photo. So I thought I'd take a picture of it. And there's that glitter tape I was talking about. I just cut it down to size and put a little flag end on it, and there I adjusted my light so you can kind of see a little better so the glare is not so bad. You can see my white legs with my dress socks on. So there I'm just stapling down that little piece of paper that has the arrow on it. That was from a Scraptastic kit and a couple months ago, and I just kept those. I didn't use a lot of them on the actual layouts, but that's why I like Project Life so much. So all those little scraps and stuff from kits, I end up using a lot of those up on my layouts for Project Life, so it's perfect. So here I'm just going to write sock issues on that little sticker, and that's also a sticker that came in a Project Life Scraptastic kit. And then I'm just going to use my tweezers there to glue that down because it doesn't stick very well on that glitter tape, so I just added a little bit of that Scotch Quick Dry glue. And I'm going to show you guys a close-up in a minute. Oh, I'm adding some of that leftover washi tape. I think I'm going to keep it there. Oh yeah, I was going to try to use some red glue too, or red tape, but it wouldn't come off the back, so I just cut another piece. It's not like I don't have enough. I was trying to save on the tape, but I probably have enough. I've had that roll forever, and I'm just now using it, so I probably don't need to save every single little bit. So I'm just going to add that on, and then it's going to mimic the left and the right card are going to kind of tie together, so you can tell those cards kind of go together. And then that's it, and you can see, I thought I added an enamel dot, but maybe not on this card. Oh, yes I do. I thought about it for a second, and I thought, oh, I do need something else, so why not put some enamel dots on it? So I'm just going to be picking around trying to figure out which colors and which size I like the best. And like I said, I glue these down with my glue dots, and that seems to work the best. And I'm futzing with these a lot. I'm not sure why I had to futz so much. But I put them on almost every card, and every time I was like, no, not here. Oh, well, let's put it here. Oh, no, okay, fine. I'm just going to stick them down. I had a lot of indecisiveness with these enamel dots. So there are some close-ups, and again, that modeling paste is on that card. Now moving on to the second set. This is a card, like I said earlier too, is from that kids collection from My Mind's Eye. So this was supposed to be a card that your son or daughter fills out and talking about like their favorite food and all that kind of stuff, or you fill out based on what they like. But what I wanted to do is talk about this barbecue place that me and my husband and daughter went to. So I'm going to be using the currently card, but in a little bit you're going to see that where it says my age is in the top right hand corner. I'm going to cover that up with washi tape and then just fill in the information about the actual barbecue place. So I'm just going to add that washi tape over there on the left card just to add a little extra to it. And then I didn't really like that last question at the bottom, and I think that's I'm learning to, and that wasn't going to go with the barbecue card, so I'm going to cover that up with washi tape, and I'm just using my trimmer and lining that tape up on the lines of the trimmer to trim it down to make a thinner strip. And I think that's a great way to use the washi tape. Some of my washi tape is a little bit thick, and in order just to get that thinner line that I like, or maybe to cut off something, in this case I'm just going to cut off the black with the white dots on it. I didn't really want the film strip look, so it's perfect for that type of thing. And then I can just have almost like I have two washi tapes in one. So here I'm just going to wrap that around and then trim off the excess. And next I'm going to, sorry about the shaking, next I'm going to cover up that my age is with the washi tape. Oh no, sorry, first I'm going to put the date on and then I'm going to cover it up. And that's just a date stamp that I got from like Office Max or Office Depot, one of those office supply places. And it's perfect because it's a very small font, so it fits in those little small places pretty well. So here's where I am covering up that my age is, just with that leftover washi tape, and I'm going to use the cloud, and then I'm also going to be using that rainbow color and just trimming it down. This one I'm just going to hand cut with my scissors since I just need such a little piece. And then I'm going to wrap it around. And then in a little bit I'm going to put some enamel dots also up there just to kind of camouflage it even further. And then I'm going to fill in the information on the card, again about the barbecue place that we all went to. And by the magic of video, it is almost filled in. And then once I put these enamel dots and futz with them again, you'll see some close-ups of each of the cards. So hopefully you guys are really enjoying the Crafty Maven Getaway YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be being a part of the group. If you haven't already looked back, there are a whole week of videos before this week, and we had a different inspiration piece that we were working to last week. There were some awesome pillows that people picked and chose some of the different pillows and stuff like that to get inspiration from, and then some people also did some grid layouts based on the layout of the Pinterest pin. So please check out the videos. And here is my kitty cat. He kept bothering me, so I thought, well, he needs to visit so you guys can meet my kitty cat too. His name's Denali. He's crazy. He only bothers me, I think, when I scrapbook. So here's some close-ups. Oh, and I didn't put any enamel dots on there. I thought I did put some on the top, but I guess I just put them in the bottom right. And there is the other card with the enamel dots again. So moving on to the next cards. These are all 4 cards from a birthday, so they kind of go together. That's why I was showing all 4 of them. And I'm just going to stick down the various bits and pieces that I have in my stash. And I'm going to add some washi tape to this one as well. And like I was saying, if you guys haven't already visited the Crafty Maven Getaway YouTube channel already, make sure you look back at the past videos. We have different videos every single day, and some days we have multiple videos, and each day is a theme, but we're all basically working towards that inspiration piece. So we're really excited. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you guys have any questions or have any feedback that you want to give us, please make sure you do so below in the comment section. That way we can kind of tailor the videos and things like that to what our subscribers are looking for. So this is going to be my only layout in July, but then I have 3 videos that are going to be coming up in August. One is going to be a Spotlight Sunday video where you get to learn a little bit more about me, and then the other 2, one is a Twerk It Thursday. It's all about sketches and things like that, and using a sketch to make your layout. And the other one, I can't remember off the top of my head. I have one other layout that I'm doing. It might be a scrap lift video. I can't quite remember. But anyway, please check that out, and please check out all the other Crafty Mavens that are going to be crafting. And hope you guys really are enjoying this as much as we are putting that videos together for you. So going back to the layout, this is, like I said, some more cards from that same Kids My Mind's Eye collection, and this is for a birthday, so this is a perfect card, a reason to celebrate for that birthday party. That epic on the right hand side, that was from that Simple Stories summer collection that I got last year, and that little present was a basic gray punch out from one of their little, I think it was a birthday collection kit. So now I'm just showing you some of those close-ups, and after this I have 2 more cards to finish, And these are also some scraps that I just had in my stash. I'm not exactly sure where that little tab came from, but the little heart on it has a little some flocking on it, so it's a little fuzzy kind of heart. And then I'm going to take that glitter tape and add some little glitter heart to it as well. And I just stapled it on with my tiny attacher. That high is from a printable, I think Studio Calico printable maybe. I've had that in my stash also for quite some time. And I'm going to attempt to use this washi tape here and then also on the tab, but it's just not going to work on the tab, so I'm going to abandon that idea on the tab. I just didn't really like how it looked, but I knew I needed something else, and that's where I bring in that little heart that I'm going to cut out. I'm just going to freehand the heart with my scissors, and it actually turned out better than I expected, especially since I'm freehanding, and usually that doesn't always turn out that well, so I just had to trim it up just a little bit, but it really came out much better than I expected. But peeling it off this backing was a whole nother story. I was in all kinds of problems getting this backing off of this tape. Now I'm just going to use that little tweezers to put that down because my fat fingers make it hard to see where I'm doing it. And I'm going to cut one more heart out to go on the left side card. And again, messing with the backing. I finally get it and use my tweezers to add it down. So that is pretty much it. Here are some close-ups. Next you will see a picture of the overall layout and some close-up photos of each of the different cards. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.